everyone. My name is Johanna, and I'm a peer advisor at UC Davis Study Abroad.
Hi, my name is Tran, and I am the peer advisor in the Undergraduate Research Center.
Hi, my name is Daniel Riesco, and I'm a peer advisor for the Internship and Career Center, which is what I'm going to start talking with you guys today. So at the Internship and Career Center, we offer a wide variety of services. A student can come in for career internship advising, job search assistance, resume cover letter review, interview preparation, pretty much anything that really helps you prepare for a job, either an internship, either a full-time position, or just a job at the Coho. We help you do all that and prepare you for the hiring process. The next slide. So some of the resources that we offer as a student from UC Davis, you can come in to a drop-in advising from 10 to 4 every day. A student like me or other students available will help you advise your resume, cover letter, interviewing questions that you might be unsure of. That's what we're there for. We get trained to do that and answer those questions for you. Another thing that you have access to is schedule an appointment with our coordinators, who are essentially really people who have been here for years, who know a lot more than we do about the hiring process, and some questions that we might not be qualified to answer, they are there to respond to those questions. Another resource that a lot of people surprisingly do not know about as incoming UC Davis students is the Aggie Job Link, which is where almost all of the jobs that UC Davis students get hired from for internships, full-time positions, or even just part-time are posted there. It is a job portal just for UC Davis students where they essentially are just looking for this demographic of people, undergraduate students at UC Davis, and we can help you navigate that feature on the website, how to find the jobs that you're looking for, and amongst other tools that they have to offer. Similarly, in the ICC website, we also have help students sign up with listservs, which essentially is, you sign up for the listserv for your major, and you'll get weekly updates on internship opportunities, speaker events, career panels, etc. that will be happening related to your major, which you can sign up for those through the ICC. Our website is pretty easy to navigate. It has, the homepage will show, just where to find internships and careers, which will lead you to the link to Aggie Job Link. There's also 3 tabs which can help you out, find resources that you need for advising, either for your career, for internships, as I mentioned, divided by departments, as Ag and Environmental Sciences is one. If your major falls into that department, that's where you would find the help that you probably would be looking for. Engineering and Physical Science for engineers and hard science majors. Health and Biosciences for those pre-med, pre-vet, etc. Liberal Arts and Business, which really has the biggest amount of majors in it, from man-econ to English to Italian to sociology. That's where you would find those. Yeah, so the next slide. At the ICC, we also offer career fairs. We offer 4 large fairs per year. 3 of them are open to all majors, the Fall Internship and Career Center, the Winter Internship and Career Center, and the Spring Internship and Career Fair. However, the 4th career fair is for engineering and physical science majors. That's kind of deceiving because even though it's an engineering and physical science career fair, they might still be recruiting for other majors as well. So even though it's not technically open to all majors, you should definitely go and check it out if you don't find a great opportunity during the fall. But that's something that we also offer to the Internship and Career Center. We also help you prepare for that, your elevator pitch, your resume, dress etiquette, all of that, so you can land your desired internship. And I think that's everything I have for you guys for the ICC.
Yeah, okay, I think it's my turn. Again, my name is Johanna. I'm a peer advisor with UC Davis Study Abroad. Here at Davis, we really encourage students to go abroad because it's a great opportunity to grow both academically and personally. So, do you want to go to the next slide? So, UC Davis has lots of different programs through our school, through the UC-wide program, independent programs, and we have 35+ countries that you can study abroad in, and many different options. So, do you want to go to the next slide too? I'll go through our options really quickly. So you can go through UC Davis. So here on our campus we provide programs for students. So one is UC Davis Summer Abroad, which are 4-week-long programs during the summer with a UC Davis faculty member for 8 units of credit. We have UC Davis Quarter Abroad programs that are quarter in length, also with a UC Davis faculty member and other UC Davis students, and these are more language and culture programs, or you can actually go and intern abroad through UC Davis Quarter Abroad as well. We also have brand new, which are UC Davis Seminars Abroad, and these are 2-week-long programs over break that are just for 2 units of credit, also the UC Davis professor. The UC Davis programs are great because all of the courses are right out of the course catalog, and you can take these courses for your GE credits, for your major and minor credits. With UC Davis Quarter Abroad, you can actually knock out a whole year's worth of language in 1 quarter abroad. Then there's also internships abroad, like I mentioned before. So if you want to go abroad and learn a new language, but also get some experience for your future career path, you can go do that as well. One of our popular programs is UC Davis Quarter Abroad in Oaxaca, Mexico, that are health internships, so clinical rotation internships, working with actual members of the community. Then we also have UC EAP, which is the UC-wide system, so that means all the UCs, and this is actually more immersion. You're enrolling in the host universities abroad, so if you really want that immersion experience, homestay options are available with UC EAP. And also, UC EAP is great if you want a more individualized experience because you can pretty much study anything, anywhere through UC EAP. And UC EAP also offers research opportunities abroad as well. So if you want to go abroad, maybe take a few classes and research and do some research, it's a great opportunity to do that as well. And with these programs, like I said, they're summer programs, they're 2-week-long programs. With UC EAP, you can also go for a semester or a whole year. So there's an individual program for each individual out there. And then there's also independent programs. So if you don't find something through the UC system that you feel really meets all of your goals, you can do an independent program such as Semester at Sea, and we'll help you in our office to make sure that you're getting the proper units and credit and all of that. And so 2 of the reasons why students often say they don't go abroad is maybe because they can't afford it or they are worried about falling behind. Well, good news is you can take your UC Davis financial aid with you when you go abroad. There's also many scholarships and travel awards offered through our office, through the different colleges here that you can take advantage of as well. And then also we'll really work with you in our office to make sure that you're taking classes that will advance your academics here at UC Davis, not put you behind. So if you do have more questions, if you want to go to the next slide, we have some of our information here. So good steps to take when you come to Davis, you can come visit our office. Our location is there, as well as our address, and I think our web address, yeah. So you can come in, drop in anytime, and speak with a peer advisor like myself. Our job is to actually help students figure out which program works best and start them on their path to studying abroad. And then you can also take financial aid workshops if you want to learn more about that. First Steps workshops are all online, so if you have any questions about where to begin, that's a great opportunity as well. And then another thing to consider is a GIS minor, which is a Global Studies minor, and you can actually get credit for that abroad as well, so that's a great option for many students. And then not only is UC Davis Study Abroad a great place to learn more information about going abroad and help you achieve that goal, but it's a great place for students to work as well. So if you're interested in an on-campus job, definitely check out UC Davis Study Abroad.
Okay, so I think it's my turn. So hi, my name again is Tran, and I am a peer advisor in the Undergraduate Research Center. A little bit about us, we're located in 2300 Student Community Center on the 2nd floor. So when you get on campus, it's the newest building on campus, and it's right across from Rock Hall, very near the silo, highly accessible to all students. More information about us can be found on our webpage at urc.ucdavis.edu. Our email to contact us is urc@ucdavis.edu. And we are also open during the summer as well, so if you want to come and talk to us, visit our office, just come by in the summer as well. So some of you might be wondering why you should get involved in research as an undergrad. Well, first of all, research is open to all students in all majors, and research varies depending upon your discipline. So we have students in the library doing research, doing searches and archive work. We have students doing laboratory bench work. We have students doing computation, creative arts, anything you can think of. And why, and through research, students develop valuable skills such as critical thinking, communications, self-confidence, time management, teamwork, leadership skills. Aside from that, being able to apply the coursework that you learn in your classes to real-life situations and being able to establish valuable connections with faculty, that's something that you're not able to do, not able to do as efficient through classes. And working closely with a faculty will earn you a strong letter of recommendation, whether if you decide to go to grad school from here on out, professional school, or future employment. So how to get involved. Every quarter we host a how to get involved in research workshops. We also have one-on-one advising to help you navigate through research opportunities. And this is where I come in as a peer advisor. So I sit down with each student in a 30-minute appointment. I walk you through the process of how to get involved in research, what research looks like on campus, how to make that connection with professors, how to find a research opportunity of your interest, different compensation for doing research, and other opportunities once you have got involved in research. Where else can you go from there? And students that are involved in research can sign up for independent research courses. So like I mentioned, once you get involved in research, there's many opportunities that are available through our center. So one of them is the Provost Undergraduate Fellowship. It's a grant that students can ask for to fund their projects. We award up to $1,800 per project, and these go to cover for costs directly related to your project. Students that are interested in traveling to a different university to do a regional or a national conference can apply for the Undergraduate Research Travel Awards, and we can reimburse up to $500. We also collaborate with other sponsored research programs like the CAMP, Murals, MERBs, and McNair Scholars. These programs are here to help support students that are interested in doing research. They take students on conferences, they pair students up with a mentor, and they also have academic help as well. And there's different eligibility requirements for these programs, and that's why we encourage you to come in to talk to us, and we can help you identify which program works best for you. Students that are interested in publishing their work can apply for Explorations. It's the UC Davis Undergraduate Research Journal, and through the process, students will be able to gain exposure to being published at the undergrad level, and they will understand the process of taking a first draft of your work all the way up to production by working with an editor to polish up the paper. Students can get involved in the Undergraduate Research Scholarship and Creative Activities Conference. This is one of the biggest events annually on campus. Last year we had about 520 participants. This year we're going to have 500 undergraduate participants, so it's a very big event. So we encourage all students to get involved in research and then do the conference. The Chancellor Award for Excellence in Undergraduate Research is for graduating seniors who have got involved in research while they're here at UC Davis, and they're graduating soon. So this award is for graduating seniors who have done research through creative arts. They have done scholarship, things like that. They can apply for this award. And so if research is something that you're interested in, then make us your first stop when you get here at UC Davis. Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to have some time for questions.
Do you see any questions?
I don't see any.
There you go. respective department.
How do you get involved in your respective department?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
So I actually found out about UC Davis studying abroad through studying abroad. The peer advisor came to my class and made a presentation about the program that I was interested in, and so I went ahead and did that program. I did a UC Davis summer abroad program, which is the Politics of Global Inequality in Geneva, Switzerland. I had an amazing time there. I got to work closely with the professor, Professor Money. She's been amazing. She's written me letters of recommendation for future employment opportunities, and I got to travel around Europe. The learning experience abroad was wonderful. We got to go on field trips like to the United Nations and the World Health Organization and speak with professionals in the international field. So after that really rewarding experience, I came back and I was like, I want to help other students get this experience too. So I went on Aggie Job Links and applied to be a peer advisor at UC Davis Study Abroad.
Okay, just to clarify, the question is how to get involved with any of our 3 departments. And how you get involved with Undergraduate Research Center is, first, I recommend you to go onto our webpage, read about the resources that we have on there, and as soon as you arrived on campus, to make an appointment with one of our advisors and come in and talk to one of us, explore the resources, explore the opportunities, and get involved as soon as you feel like you're ready to engage in research.
Yeah, I think the way I got involved with the Internship and Career Center was I was a first year. I knew that UC Davis had a lot of things to offer. However, I didn't know where to start. I was overwhelmed, which is a really common thing among first years at UC Davis. So I went to the Internship and Career Center, went to an LAB advisor, and I just found immediate help. I was sent to the right direction, and that relief that I felt, I wanted to share with other people. So I went on to Aggie Job Link, which was a resource that they recommended me and that I'm now recommending to you guys, and applied for the LAB position and was fortunate to receive it. And it's definitely been a learning experience for me, and also teaching the other students how to move forward.
I'm sorry, I may have misunderstood the question. So how I got involved was I actually found a student assistant job for the Undergraduate Research Center through the Aggie Job Link. And that's how I got involved with the center. And as I was a student assistant there, I learned so much about research, the benefits of doing research, why I should get involved in research. And so I got involved with research while I'm here. I'm currently in a lab that study autism for infants and toddlers, and it's been one of the most rewarding experiences that I have had here.
So the next question says, how easy is it to get an internship off campus? So I'm not going to say it's the easiest thing in the world. However, we do have a lot of resources that at the Internship and Career Center to help you do that. I mean, it really depends on the industry you want to break into, what you're trying to do, your future career plans. There's a lot of different factors. However, there is a lot of help that I found personally and that UC Davis has to offer at the ICC. We'll help you along the way from, if you don't even know what a resume is, don't worry about it. We can help you do that, build a really strong one, help you with your cover letter, help you with interview questions, and, stick with you along the way, to make you a strong candidate for that internship. Again, I'm hesitant to say it's an easy process. However, there is tools here that you can, take advantage of to make you a strong candidate for it.
The next question is a student is asking more about the Washington, D.C. program. So I actually participated in the UC DC program. It was an amazing program. How it works is you apply for a quarter, so that may be fall, winter, spring, or even during the summer, and I went over the summer. And there's the UC Center in Washington, D.C., where you can live and take classes. So, and they'll also help you get an internship. So this program was really wonderful. You don't have to be a political science major. You can really find an internship in all areas in DC, and it's just really a way for students to go to a new city and explore professional life and have an amazing opportunity to intern and get your real-world work experience. So I interned at a private government consulting firm, and it was a great opportunity for me to see what a real office looked like and to see how my major could be applied to real work experience. And so I really recommend this program to students because there's just so many opportunities with networking events and The presentations and speakers at UCDC are amazing, and it's just really fun to live and work in our nation's capital as well.
So I have a question here about declaring a major when entering, or can you go in as an undeclare, and that's something that the registrar office would have more information about. But in terms of research, it doesn't matter what, if you're undeclared or you have a major. It's more about where your interest lies. So we'll work with you to figure out what you would like to do research in, and not so much what's your major or if you're undeclared or not.
The next question is, what are the most popular countries that students go when studying abroad? Actually, students are going all over the world. So obviously Europe is really popular, but countries in Asia are becoming extremely popular for studying abroad, as well as Latin America. And I had one student come in asking me how to study abroad in like Ireland and just all these different places. So if you really have a dream of going abroad somewhere, just come into our office. We'll really try and work with you to find a perfect program for the experience that you want. And that being said, I mean, you can really go anywhere in the world to study, so you shouldn't be held back by different, qualms about where to go or not to go.
So the next question reads, how do I choose between a job, an internship, or studying abroad? Can I do all three? So I think I'm qualified to answer the first part. I think she can answer the last part. But so an internship and a job, I mean, they're fundamentally different. They're essentially the same thing, as in they're both a job. However, an internship can be unpaid, but the benefit of that is that it prepares you for your future career. So a job might be, part-time job at the Coho, maybe somewhere on campus as a peer advisor like me, which is awesome. Or you can get an internship which might be unpaid, but it will be maybe in an office, maybe doing some clerical work in the company you might want to work for in the future, maybe doing some accounting work if you're trying to be an accountant, etc. So I think they're fundamentally different. However, you can do both at the same time, or you can choose to do one or the other, depending on if you want to strengthen your resume for your career goal, or if you just need that paycheck at the end of the week.
Yeah, I'd also say that as someone who worked on campus, written an honors thesis, went to UCDC, and studied abroad, it is possible to do all of it. It just does take some planning. So as incoming freshmen, really use your resources like the ICC and the Undergraduate Research Center. And while you have the time as a freshman, definitely research all the opportunities that UC Davis offers, and just make sure you plan accordingly, and you can definitely do it all. So next question is, when can you start going abroad as a UC Davis student? So you can start going abroad. There's certain requirements, but basically 18 years or older, good academic standing, and a certain amount of units at the university already. So basically after your first quarter at Davis, you can study abroad, and there's not really a specific time that students decide to study abroad. I would say it really just depends on when you feel ready to go abroad. So maybe that means waiting to your junior year because you're saving up to go abroad, or the timing works out, or in your classes you can take your classes abroad that quarter. Or some students want to take their GEs abroad, so they'll go their sophomore year and do that. So it just really depends on, for you personally, when you feel like it's a good time for yourself.
Yeah. So the second part of that question, can you just pop it up again?
It was about transportation.
Yeah. So I'm a business student as well here at UC Davis, and yeah, the internships for UC Davis are a little bit limited because Davis itself doesn't really have big companies and corporations that offer this finance, accounting, marketing internships that you would want. However, there are various internships located in Sacramento, which is 20 minutes away, and there's various ways of transportation to get there. You can get a bus, which is free for students. You can carpool with your friends. I've actually had an internship in Sacramento last quarter where a couple of friends or people I haven't really met before got together and just carpooled there. You just chip in for gas at the end of the week. So just to answer your question, transportation is might be a little bit of an issue because it's not located or walking distance per se. However, there is a lot of means to get there to Sacramento and to other cities around that offer really cool business-related internships.
I have a follow-up question. Someone asked about if the internships, are they mostly centered around campus, or it's off campus, somewhere not too close to campus?
Yeah, so I think, again, it depends on, what you're trying to get into, what kind of internship you want to do. Something that gets really mixed into internship is also research. Research and internship can go hand in hand because if you're trying, like she said, if you're trying to go to graduate school or do research in a company in the future, your research can totally fill in, the job, of an internship, of, setting you up for that career path. So in that sense, you can find internships or research positions on campus. However, again, what was the second part of the question?
It was just if a lot of internships offered, are happening on campus, or
Yeah.
if they're.
So again, yeah. So it's. I mean, there is a lot of opportunities on campus, totally. But again, it really depends. I mean, for us, for personal experience, like us business majors, there isn't that much activity on campus, so we do need to, look around. However, the distance is not that large.
Yeah.
And so it really depends on which one to break into.
And UC Davis is one of the top research schools in the country, so especially if you're into the sciences, I have like lots of friends in the biosciences that do on-campus internships that have a research component.
Okay. So I have a question here asking about if a lot of students conduct research during their freshman year, or do they wait until their junior or senior year? And we don't have a timeline in terms of when you should get involved in research. It's more about when you feel like you're ready to get involved with research. That means, if you're able to fit in the time. Typically, you're looking at about 6 to 10 hours per week doing research for 2 to 3 quarters long. And so it's really if you're able to manage, your courses as well as doing research. We highly recommend that students don't participate in research during their freshman year because of the whole transition from high school to college, adjusting, but it's also a great time for you to explore different resources on campus, not just research. You can explore internships, you can explore, going study abroad, look into those, finding out more, different resources before you commit to something. A lot of our students don't start research until their sophomore or junior year or even senior year.
I think the next question is, if you do an internship in DC for a quarter, will that delay your graduation? And like I said before, it really is all about planning. So as long as you just make sure that the units you get abroad or in DC are going to count towards maybe your major or minor or units for internship credit, then really you don't have to fall behind. And there's lots of opportunities. They have this program all throughout the year. So maybe if fall quarter doesn't work best for you, you can go during spring quarter or even the summer. So.
Yeah, so the next question was asking if there are any opportunities for political science majors to intern here at UC Davis, and the answer is totally.
Yeah.
I mean, the Capitol is right next to us, and they have an amazing relationship with us. A lot of the people who work there are alumni from UC Davis, faculty even. So to answer your question shorthandedly, is yes. There's a lot of opportunities for you. There's the UCDC program has a lot of opportunities for political science majors, but locally, we're right next to the Capitol, so hopefully that gives an idea of a lot of the opportunities you might have involved in politics.
I have a question here about, is there any opportunities to do research in another UC campus? And definitely, they do have research opportunities at different UC campuses, but those you would have to sign up through their programs, and they're most likely will be in the summer. And if you do research at a different UC campus, then you might miss out on the opportunities to do our conference. You miss out on provost undergraduate fellowship and the grants. You miss out on your the journal publishing your work. And so I feel like if you come here, it's best to try to get some research on campus, so you can have the ability to do those different opportunities.
The next question is, do I need to have a certain GPA to study abroad or to get an internship? So it's kind of a two-part question, but basically for studying abroad, the requirements for different programs do vary. So if you're applying to a UC Davis program, all you have to do is be in good academic standing, which I believe is like a 2.0. But if you're applying to another host university, say through the UC EAP program, they might have a different GPA requirement, so it really depends on what program you're looking at. But all of that information is online if you want more details, or you can definitely come in again, like I said. But basically, we do understand that certain students may have extenuating circumstances. So definitely, if you have any questions about that, please feel free to come in and talk with an advisor. about that because we do understand that it is different for different students.
Is there a GPA requirement for internship?
Oh, right, yeah, totally blanked out on that. So, again, I hate to say this, but it really depends on where you want to break into, what kind of company you want to work for. Some of the most prestigious big name companies, you know, for economics, even research for sciences, etc., they might have a GPA minimum requirement only because it's really competitive industry. You know, they're trying to, you know, narrow down their, you know, their applicants, etc. However, there are ways around that. That's not a solid rule. You know, you can, you know, hopefully make up with it with more experience, more volunteer work, maybe, you know, making yourself a strong candidate elsewhere. So there is some GPA requirements for certain internships. However, just because the requirement is there doesn't mean there's no way to break into it if you don't have that GPA.
So this question pertains to all three of us. Is it possible to get transcript notation for any of these programs? And for research, of course, you can get transcript notation. Another popular route that people go is to get units. Both of them, you know, you get something on your transcript, so if you're applying to graduate school or professional school, they'll be able to see it on there.
So I want to jump into this really quick too, because the ICC is, you know, the department in charge of transcript notation. So there is the only requirements for that is you have to have an internship for 40 hours a quarter, so that means 10 hours a week approximately, and it has to be non-paid, so you can get paid during that internship, and it also has to be educational. So when you write down your transcript notation application, they'll ask you a series of questions of, you know, basic questions of what you learned, how did that fulfill, you know, your professional career goals, etc. So if you fulfill those three requirements and your supervisor signs them off as true, it will be on your transcript.
And when you're studying abroad, obviously you're taking classes abroad, so that will be reflected on your transcript.
So the question reads, would you guys recommend coming into the ICC as a freshman to come plan out what we want to do throughout the years at UCD, like decide when to study abroad as well as the UCDC program? Totally. I mean, it's, you know, we get a rare amount of freshmen come in, you know, worried about, you know, stressing about jobs and, you know, internships for the summer. We typically, you know, tell them to relax, get used to the campus, you know, get used to the classes, to college in general. You know, it's a big step, you know, congratulations, you're in, but, you know, it's a whole different world. However, it's good, you know, to come in and maybe just keep one of those things in mind. Kind of just, you know, if you know, want to do a bunch of activities on campus in the next 4 years of your college career, it's good to have a sense of what's available, you know, what you can do, what's going to help you for your major, etc. So it wouldn't help you. You would be totally ahead of the game if you came in as a freshman. But yeah, that's pretty much what would help you out.
Yeah, and you can, I mean, come into any of our offices, I think, as a freshman, and just if you want more information, as peer advisors, we're always happy to help, and, you know, the earlier you start, the more opportunities you have.
Okay. So the question is, how do the different undergraduate research programs differ? So like I mentioned, the murals, the McNair, etc. And so for the McNair Scholars Program, they target students that are interested in getting their PhD. So if your student's a pre-med student, then you might not qualify for that. But if you're thinking about going to grad school, that's definitely a great program to get involved with. For murals, I think there's eligibility requirements, like you need to have a 3.0 and you need to have already accumulated 90 units. That goes as well for the McNair, and so some students don't get involved with these programs until they're done with their second year or into their third year. We have CAMP. That program is specifically targeting minority students like Chicano, Latinos, African American, and Native Americans. And so if you are one of those, then you can qualify for that. And I think you can start anytime, even as a freshman. And there's other programs out there that I have not listed here, and so that's why I really encourage you to come in and talk to one of us, and we'll help you find a program that's best suitable for you, best fits you. Another question is, what if I really wanted to do research, but my interests are not available?
Like if there's not something in
There's
your
not,
field.
yeah, I think that's what the question is. Like she mentioned, we're a premier research university, so there's tons of research on our campus. There's research in medicine, in science, in arts, in English, anything you can think of. And so I'm sure somewhere out there, there's a research opportunity that best fits you and will interest you, and it's just a matter of talking to professors, talking to us, looking through different websites. We have a great abstract book consisting of different abstracts of students that participated in research in the years before, and so we can look through that and find different abstracts and seeing where your interest lies. I'm sure there's something out there for everyone in research. Yeah.
And also, I've done an honors thesis through my major department. Going through your major is also a great opportunity to see if they have research in the field that you're interested in. And another question is, can I study abroad after I've graduated? The answer is yes. So you can do a UC Davis program like the quarter after you graduate. A lot of students will do like a UC Davis summer abroad program after they're done with their last spring quarter. So again, on the program, it just depends, but some students will actually push back, actually graduating. They'll walk in the spring, but they'll push back graduation until after their UCDS program is over to get financial aid. So it just depends, and like I said, just come in and talk to us, and we'll help you with that as well.
Okay. I have a question here about, can I get my research published as an undergraduate student? Definitely. That's through, like I said, the UC Davis undergraduate research journal. It's called Explorations, and what's great about Exploration is that we're only targeting undergrad student at UC Davis, so you're not competing with your professors, you're not competing with postdoc students, grad students, students from other universities. We're just giving you an exclusive chance to get exposure to getting published as an undergrad, and so it's really great.
So the next question is, can I drop into the ICC at any time, or do I need to make an appointment? You can walk in, go into my office, and sit down and have a conversation with me at any time. We're open from 10 to 4 every day. There will be student advisors from the various different departments, LAB, Health and Biosci, etc. You can drop in, sit down, have a conversation either about your major, internship opportunities, research, resume, whatever you really want. And it's open for that. However, if you want to talk to a coordinator, maybe talk about something more specific, something a bit more complicated that us student advisors can't really respond, then yeah, you can make an appointment. That's through our website. You can find that our staff and just send them an email and make an appointment through there.
Next question: if I were to undertake research in political or international relations field, would I get support from teachers or other students, or is it totally independent? And the answer is yes. You're never alone. When you engage in research, you'll be working alongside with a mentor and the faculty. There's also a postdoc within that project and so you're working with somebody. There's always someone watching over you, helping you out. You're never alone. Even if you're conducting an independent project, to qualify for some of the opportunities that we have, you would need a professor to sign off on making sure that you're on track, making sure that reading up on your abstract and things like that.
Next question is, can you do a UC Davis summer abroad program in the summer before you start as a freshman? So yeah, I should say it depends. So if you are like a transfer student, you already have units, then there are programs out there for you. Coming in as a freshman, it's a little bit more difficult just because one of the requirements is to have some UC Davis credit. But there definitely are programs out there aside from the UC Davis programs that you can do as an incoming freshman, and we can still help you get later credits or transcript notation for that as well. So there are definitely possibilities for incoming freshmen. Like I mentioned before, the UC Davis seminars, which are starting this year, are a great option for freshmen because they're a lower unit requirement for that, and they're only 2 units of credit, and it's sort of a 2-week experience where you go abroad. We have them in Rome and London this coming winter quarter. So you know, if you want to see what that experience is like, it's a great way to start out. And next question, is it possible to study design abroad? Yes, so actually we have a couple UC Davis summer abroad programs that are involved with design and art, but if you're looking to take some of your major requirements abroad, UC EAP is a great chance to take some design classes abroad as well, so it's definitely possible.
Question.
Okay, so what are the benefits regards to take advantage of these different opportunities? I think just benefits in general to taking advantage of any of these opportunities is just getting involved in the school and the campus and having experiences that will really help prepare you for after college, and just, you know, not only are resume boosters but help you academically and professionally, and also just a way to find out more about what you're interested in and have a great life experience as well as a UC Davis experience.
Just to add to that amazing response is, you know, you come into UC Davis, a great research university, and there's tons and tons of opportunities, and the worst thing you can do is not know about them. So visiting each one of our departments will, you know, at least inform you what's available, what you can do, see all your options, and hopefully, you know, empower you to have an amazing college experience.
Yeah, what they both said.
Yeah.
Really. Sweet.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you soon.